Sexual freedom, often considered one of the most personal aspects of human autonomy, raises profound philosophical questions about individual rights, societal norms, and the boundaries of freedom. Is sexual freedom truly a fundamental human right, or is it something that society must regulate to maintain order and protect its values? Throughout history, sexual freedom has been a contested issue, shaped by cultural, religious, and legal frameworks. Philosophers have long debated the balance between individual desires and societal expectations. At the core of this discussion lies the tension between freedom of expression and the moral constraints that govern human behavior. Jean-Paul Sartre, a key figure in existentialism, emphasized the importance of individual freedom in all aspects of life, including sexuality. According to Sartre, human beings are condemned to be free and must take responsibility for their actions, including their sexual choices. He argued that we are not bound by any inherent essence or external forces. Rather, we create ourselves through our choices. In this context, sexual freedom becomes a way for individuals to define themselves and assert their autonomy. However, the challenge lies in how society perceives these choices, often leading to moral judgment and restrictions. On the other hand, philosophers like Immanuel Kant placed emphasis on ethics and duty in relation to human conduct. Kant believed that individuals should act according to universal moral principles, and he argued that sexual relationships should respect the dignity of all parties involved. From a Kantian perspective, sexual freedom is not absolute. It must be balanced with respect for the autonomy and well-being of others. This leads to the question, can sexual freedom exist without harm to others, or are there limits to how far one's freedom should extend? In modern times, the movement for LGBTQ+ rights has brought the issue of sexual freedom to the forefront of public discourse. The fight for the recognition of diverse sexual orientations and gender identities challenges traditional views on sexuality and calls for a redefinition of sexual norms. The question of whether individuals should have the freedom to express their sexuality without fear of discrimination or persecution has become a central issue in political and social philosophy. Advocates for LGBT+ rights argue that sexual freedom is an essential aspect of human dignity and equality, and that society must evolve to embrace diverse sexual identities. However, the notion of sexual freedom also intersects with issues of consent and power dynamics. A key consideration in the philosophy of sexual freedom is the question of consent. What does it mean to freely choose one's sexual partner or expression? Can one truly be free if power imbalances or coercion are at play? This is a crucial area of philosophical inquiry, as it raises questions about autonomy, justice, and the role of social structures in influencing individual choices. Ultimately, the philosophical debate around sexual freedom is not just about whether individuals should be free to express their sexual desires, but about what it means to respect the dignity and autonomy of others. Can sexual freedom coexist with moral and ethical responsibility, or is the pursuit of sexual freedom inherently selfish and harmful to others? As society continues to evolve, the question remains, how do we balance the rights of individuals to express their sexuality with the need to protect the well-being and rights of others? Is sexual freedom truly a fundamental human right, or should it be constrained by moral and societal boundaries?